Every story you hear leaves a lesson behind. This is Story Times.
Doing the right thing when none is watching. There is a saying many people love to repeat, but few truly live by. Character is what you do when no one is watching. This is the story of a boy who discovered that truth the hard way. In a quiet town called Grayfield lived a young man named Ethan. He wasn't rich, he wasn't famous, and nobody really paid much attention to him. Ethan worked as a cleaner in a large supermarket at the edge of town. Every morning before sunrise, while most people were still asleep, Ethan would unlock the back door, put on his worn-out uniform, and begin cleaning floors that would soon shine under bright lights. To most people, it was just a job. To Ethan, it was survival. He had lost his parents early and was raised by his grandmother, a woman whose words guided his life. Before she died, she told him one sentence he never forgot: do the right thing. Even if it costs you, wrong things always collect interest. At the time, Ethan didn't fully understand what she meant, but life was about to teach him. One rainy evening, the supermarket was unusually quiet. The power went out briefly, and customers rushed to leave. Ethan was asked to clean aisle 7 before closing. As he swept under the shelves, his broom hit something solid. He bent down and froze. It was a wallet. Thick, heavy, stuffed. Ethan opened it carefully. Inside were several bank cards, important documents, and a huge amount of cash, more money than he earned in almost 6 months. His heart started pounding. No one was around. No cameras in that aisle. No supervisor nearby. For the first time in years, opportunity stood in front of him, silent, tempting, and dangerous. Ethan's mind began to argue with itself. No one will know. You deserve a break. Life hasn't been fair to you anyway. He imagined paying his rent on time, buying new shoes, eating without counting every coin, maybe even saving enough to go back to school. Then another voice spoke, quiet but firm, his grandmother's voice. Wrong things always collect interest. Ethan closed the wallet. His hands were shaking as he walked toward the manager's office. He didn't feel proud. He didn't feel heroic. He felt scared. Because doing the right thing is rarely easy, it's just necessary. The manager checked the wallet and announced over the store speaker that a customer had lost something valuable. Minutes later, a well-dressed man rushed in, panic written all over his face. When the wallet was returned, the man opened it, counted the money, and looked at Ethan in disbelief. Nothing is missing, he said. He reached into his pocket and offered Ethan a reward. Ethan politely declined. I just did what was right, he said. The man smiled, shook his hand, and left. The manager patted Ethan on the back. Good job, he said. And just like that, the moment passed. New applause, new promotion, new miracle. Just another quiet night. Weeks later, life returned to normal, or so Ethan thought. One afternoon, a senior staff member resigned suddenly, and the supermarket needed someone trustworthy to temporarily manage inventory and closing procedures. Many workers applied. Some had better experience. Some were louder about their skills. Ethan didn't apply. He believed good work should speak for itself. To everyone's surprise, the manager called Ethan into his office. I remember what you did with the wallet, he said. We need someone honest, someone who does right, even when no one is watching. Ethan got the position. It came with a raise. Not a huge one, but enough to breathe. As months passed, Ethan continued working with integrity. He corrected mistakes that no one else noticed. He reported errors even when it made his work harder. He returned extra change to customers who didn't realize they'd been overpaid. Some coworkers laughed at him. Too honest for your own good, they said. Ethan simply smiled, because deep down, he knew something they didn't. Integrity builds a foundation money cannot buy. 1 year later, the supermarket was audited by the company SC head office. They discovered irregularities in several branches, but not in Greyfield. Records were clean. Inventory was accurate. Head office sent a representative to investigate why. When asked, the manager gave one answer: "We have people who do the right thing, even when no one is watching." Ethan was promoted again. This time, officially. His life didn't change overnight, but his future did. But here's the real lesson of this story. The most important moment wasn't the promotion. It wasn't the raise. It wasn't the recognition. The most important moment was that quiet second in aisle 7, when no one was watching, when temptation was loud, and when Ethan chose who he wanted to be. Because every single day, life puts us in aisle 7 moments. Moments when you can cheat and get away with it. You can lie and avoid trouble. You can take what isn't yours. You can do wrong and remain unseen. And in those moments, your character is being written. Not by what you say, not by what you post online, but by what you choose. When silence surrounds you. Doing the right thing doesn't always bring immediate rewards. Sometimes it brings loneliness. Sometimes it brings delay. Sometimes it brings sacrifice. But it always brings peace. And peace is the reward no shortcut can give. So if today you are faced with a decision no one will ever know about, remember this: you will know. And the person you become tomorrow depends on what you do today. Do the right thing, especially when no one is watching.
Thank you for spending this moment with Story Times. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful stories. Until next time, remember, every story teaches a lesson,